Today, I'm sharing a list of 9 things you can do after the holidays that will help you feel more prepared next year during the holiday season. Welcome to the Prepared Enough podcast, a podcast for the mom who wants to manage motherhood well and create a home where her family can thrive. I'm your host, Natasha Mila, former teacher, mom of 4, and firm believer that a well-prepared home can do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. In this podcast, we'll explore simple ways to design organized, intentional spaces and rhythms that slowly build your child's responsibility and bring more ease into your day. The smallest adjustments often make the biggest impact. We will work to find those small ways we can adapt your home during the ebbs and flows of the seasons of family life. If you're ready for your home to work with you, not against you, you're in the right place. Hit follow and let's get started. Hello. Welcome to Prepared Enough. It is the end of December, everybody, and we are winding down from the holidays in our house, and we're getting ready for the new year. I am here just to share a short list. It shouldn't be a super long episode of a couple things that we can do to clean up better and prepare better for 2026 holiday season. So November, December roll around, it's already stressful. We want to make it a little bit easier on ourselves by doing a good job preparing for the next year when we clean up this year. Now, I'm just going to go through 9 things super quickly that you can do at the end of this holiday season here. So we're just going to dive right in. We're going to get started with number 1. Number 1, write a list of anything that you wanted to buy for next year so that you remember what you wanted or needed. So I'm talking like holiday decorations. If you hosted and you were like, I'm short one dinner plate, or I'm short one holiday mug or something like that. So just so that you have those kind of items in a list form somewhere documented so that you remember to look for that in the holiday section next year in the beginning of the year. Just write a list of things you wanted/needed down really quick in your notes app, or if you have like a holiday Google folder or something like that, go put that down somewhere that makes sense for you. Number 2, get rid of anything that you don't want in your house, like holiday decoration wise. Is there anything out right now that you're like, wow, I can't even believe I put this out. It's just cluttering my space. I don't want this here anymore and I don't have a spot for it. Get rid of it. And especially if you have like broken decoration that you haven't taken care of and you just left it in the bin because you were like, oh, that'll be next year's problem. You're not going to take care of it next year. So if you don't have like a strong attachment to it, it's not like a family heirloom or something, just probably get rid of it. It's a good bet. Also, if your things did not make it out of the holiday bins this year, really consider what's in there and think before you put anything else on top of it that you actually used this year. Like peek in the bin and be like, maybe you didn't host this year and you have a bunch of hosting stuff. That's fine. You keep that, of course. But if there's like decoration you did not put out and you probably aren't going to put out next year, take it out of the bin and don't just pack it away for next year. Just actually take care of it right now and get rid of it. Okay, so rid of the stuff that you don't want for Christmas related decoration and things like that. Number 3, clean the basement or attic space, wherever your holiday bins are. So like you're pulling them out of the space to put things away now. Go vacuum it out and just like tidy it up a little bit. And then before you put them back, because your later self is going to thank you. Okay. Number 4, this is a do as I say, not as I do one, because this is one I learned the hard way, and I will definitely be doing this year. Last year, I swear, it's been 2 years. I've had the same broken ornaments for 2 years now. And last year, this is what I did. Instead of actually fixing any of them, I just organized them by putting them into a Ziploc bag, and I put them back in the ornament bin. And I was like, I'll take care of that next year. You're not going to take care of it next year. November and December are crazy enough. You're going to just leave those broken ornaments in the bin and be like, I'll take care of it next year. And you're going to keep saying that. So just this is number 4, either toss or fix the broken ornaments. If you want to fix them, go fix them at the end of this year, because if you put them away broken, you will not fix them next year. So if you're not going to fix them, then you probably don't care about them that much. So put them in the trash can. Okay, that is it for number 4. All right, number 5. This one I think is so important because it has saved our family so many headaches with a bunch of little children around. If you have bigger kids, this probably doesn't relate to you so much. But if you have little kids, toddlers, or other grabby humans, honestly, our 6-year-old is like the most grabby of all of our kids, to be honest. So if you know, it might not be that young of children that you want to take into consideration, this number 5. But you are going to put your ornaments away in the order that you want to take them out next year. So here's what we do. We have 2 bins. We have an adult bin and a kid bin. And so we have, I shouldn't say an adult bin. We have a big tree we have a little tree and a big tree that we put out. And our big tree is like our family tree, you know, and our little tree is what the kids can decorate all on their own. Our big tree still has kid decoration or kid ornaments on it and stuff too, but I am kind of picky about it. So I pick and choose which kid ornaments go on our big tree, and they kind of fit the aesthetic of our big tree a little bit. And so I put those kid ornaments that they are going to help me decorate on the big tree on the very top. Those are the first thing that you see when you open up that adult bin. And so I have them like layered with cardboard so that I can literally just pull like the top cardboard layer out onto the table and be like, these are the ornaments that you guys are putting on our big tree, like have at it, you know? And then I put the rest of the bin with all the breakable ornaments up on the table where no little tiny grabby hands can grab it. And I slowly then go through the layers of that bin to decorate the rest of the tree. And those are all like, I start with my favorite ones on the top, and then like the next favorite ones in the next layer. And then the bottom layer is all of our like red balls, just to kind of fill in the rest of the spots and make the tree like fuller. And so, yeah, so I put those in my adult order. That's how it goes, like kid ornaments that are going on the big tree, and then like that order, favorites, next favorites, and then all the extra balls. And then the kid ornament box, you would think you could just put them in any order, but I do not, because there is still some breakable kid ornaments that I put all the way on the bottom, and I put all the stuffy ones on the very top of their box, because honestly, even if you have bigger kids that aren't inclined to like actually break the breakable ones, they are so grabby when you pull out those ornament bins in the beginning of the season. They just get so excited that it's just easier for things to break. And so putting like the stuffy kind of really non-breakable ones on the tip top of the kid box is really a good idea too. And then they use those to decorate their little tiny tree. So that works for us. But anyway, whatever you have and whatever kind of trees you have, however you decorate them, make sure you're putting your ornaments away in the order that you want to take them out. So whatever is on the top is going to be put on the tree first, obviously, right? Highly recommend doing that, especially if you have little toddlers. Man, it really, really helps you out. Okay, number 6, we did this tradition like this year for the first time, and I really liked it. So last year I started it by wrapping the books at the end of the season. I wrapped all of our Christmas books, and I labeled a couple, like I labeled the night before Christmas, like read this one last. And I wrote like last book on it. So I wanted to read that one last. So we knew like which one was the last book to read, which one was the first book to read. And then my son loves The Grinch, so I put that one like read second, because I knew he would want to have that book out for like the whole Christmas season. All the other Christmas books we wrapped up in craft paper. And so nobody knew when we pulled them out this year which ones were which. And we've been slowly pulling them out of a basket and reading one each night. And it's been really fun to kind of have the wrapping book surprise at the end of the night. So if you want to start that tradition, I highly recommend wrapping your books at the end of this Christmas and putting them away, because 1, you don't have time in November, December to wrap a bunch of books. And so you probably aren't going to do it if you're interested in doing it. And 2, because it's actually fun as the adult to have the books wrapped ahead of time so that I actually have no idea which ones are which. And so it's like a surprise for me too. Number 7, Update or delete any items from your online gift lists or move them to private. So if you don't have time to like go through everything right now, or you just don't really want to delete things yet because you're not 100% sure like if you are going to want that item or not next year, just move your lists to private so that people can't go back and like click on those links anymore, so that just you can see them in your Amazon account or whatever. At the very least, get a wish list ready, a private wish list ready for adding to throughout the year. So I would make one for each family member so that you can add to it throughout the year so that have it like a little bit of an easier time next year when people ask, what do your kids want? And this could be on like an Amazon cart or Target cart or whatever, or it could be, I shouldn't say a cart, like a list, like a wish list or whatever. Or you can just make a little notes app or whatever, a Google Doc or whatever, wherever you think is best for you to keep it in list form, like just literally like a list where you write what they want on it. But get that started for next year and start it right now because you're going to start coming up with ideas come like February, March, and you're going to want a place to put them. So yeah, get that started and maybe like move your wish list to private so that people aren't just still seeing old lists. And number 8, the first thing next year you're going to think about, if you do holiday cards, the first thing that you're going to do next year for the holiday season is holiday cards. So, and you're going to have to think about them right away, right? Because you have to get them out before the actual holidays, right? So I would right now set a date in your calendar to start thinking about if you want to like collect pictures that you've taken already, or you need to schedule taking pictures with a photographer or something like that, which I highly recommend. Listen, I am a photographer and I do make money from people paying me to take pictures for them, but it is super unnecessary. The iPhones take like such good pictures. And if you're literally just using this picture for a Christmas card, just take them on your iPhone. But if you don't know how, it's fine. Just find a photographer. It's fine. You can do it. You can do a mini session. That's all you need. Anyway, yes. So just put a date in your calendar when you're going to start thinking about whatever you do to send out holiday cards. I write like a poem every year, and we do take pictures of our family, but again, I have my own camera. This year we set up a tripod, and I was like, we're doing that next year because it was super nice. But usually I just like take a picture at Thanksgiving on my cell phone, and that's what we use on our holiday cards, or I just gather some photos from the year. So yeah. Anyway, or if like you're going on vacation, be like, remember to take a holiday card picture or something like that. So just set some dates in your calendar so that you can start thinking about things for holiday cards, because you're gonna want to have those things in place before December 1st. All right, and number 9, last but not least, this is a do as I say, not as I do one again, because I am notoriously horrible about this. I like to make handmade gifts. So here's number 9. Get serious. If you have any handmade items that you want to make for next year, actually start thinking about them earlier than November. Again, this is where you could put a date in your calendar for like July or something and be like, start thinking about what you're making for people for Christmas, because seriously, once September hits, you are just so busy with the school year, and then it's the holidays. It's just like you got Halloween, and then you got the holidays, and my husband's a hunter, and it's just, the fall is so crazy all the time, right into the holidays. It's just crazy. And I never have the time that I think I'm going to have. And so I really need to start thinking about this earlier than later next year, because I'm always I make myself more stressed than I need to be in November about everything. So that's that. But I do like to make gifts for people. And so it's just something I should start thinking about earlier. All right, at least gathering the materials, so like at least have everything ready to go before the actual holiday season hits, and so that you're not like buying Christmas presents and materials and learning things on YouTube, and it just gets to be a lot if you're going to make something for somebody. Okay, that is it. I will catch you next episode in January here. We are going to get into talking about changing the way that we think about our children's behavior and how it relates to our home systems and routines. So like how we kind of like to blame our kids a lot of times. And really, it actually comes down to, like we can change our children's behavior quite dramatically by having some systems and routines in place. And so, so that's what we're kind of going to chit chat about in both episodes in January in just a little bit of a different way both times. But it's kind of like an intro / reset month. We're just kind of getting into a good mindset before we go into the rest of the year, where we're really going to hone in on different spaces in our homes throughout the year, where we can peek into how we can adapt different spaces to help our kids be more responsible in our homes and help our house work for us as the mom, right? All right, so and in the new year, I'm really looking forward to the podcast here in the new year, like continuing on. But I also was just going to mention that I have a newsletter that I also love writing, and it is on the opposite weeks that I do this podcast. So if you're listening over here and you are not part of the newsletter space, go and subscribe. I'll link to it in the show notes. And it's just a fun place to hear from me in your inbox. And I really, really enjoy writing those newsletters. It's fun. I feel like I'm sending a long email to a friend, and it's fun. I've always really liked writing them. I've written them for years, just intermittently, but this has been really a good schedule for me to have, like every other week is a podcast and every other week is a newsletter. It's been very sustainable. I used to try to do like both every week, and it wasn't sustainable. So this is a good rhythm here, and I really like doing them. So that is it. I am excited for this upcoming year. So happy New Year to you all. All right. Thanks for listening. Drink water, eat snacks. Talk next time. Tosh.